G'day, you're watching Dippy TV. If you like the program which is coming up, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment if you want to. But you are watching Dippy TV and I hope you enjoy the entertainment. Until then, catch you shortly. Good evening everybody. Victor Kilo 4 Golf Romeo Bravo, Gary in Fairyland. It's just gone 19:30 hours, 7:30 p.m. So it's Wednesday night, and another time for VK4BAD BADnet for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. I'll now change my call sign from VK4GRB over to VK4BAD for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. This is VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta, now listening for any call-ins. VK4BAD listening.
VK4FAX. VK4 Yankee Charlie. J4IJP. VK4 Echo Mike.
Good evening there, fellas. We've got VK4 FAX, VK4 Yankee Charlie, VK4 IJP, and VK4 Echo Mike. Anyone else want to join the net? VK4 BAD listening? Okay. Currently at the moment there at Fairyland, it is 25.5 degrees outside, 54% humidity, 0.7 K of breeze, and my little machine there on the wall is telling me that it's going to be sunny but clouds tomorrow. Okay. Before we take off, is there anyone else want to call in? This is VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. Now listening. Okay, the list as follows: VK4FAX, Don, VK4 Yankee Charlie, Jim, VK4IJP, Ian, and VK4 Echo Mike, Merv. Is there anyone else want to join the list before we start the first round? VK4BAD? Okay, we might get someone else near the end. I've had a bit of a strange sort of a week this week. What was it, Monday night? I had a mob of dingoes come through, and had a bit of fun down the back paddock, and yeah, so I had to go and dig some holes there yesterday morning. Anyway, with that lot there, Is there anyone else want to join the net before we start off on the first round? VK4BAD? Okay, I got a message from Jake there after the net finished, saying that that was for last week, saying that he could hear where he was located. He could hear the repeater, but he couldn't access into it. He tried a couple of times, but he wasn't in a good enough position to get there. Okay, VK4 FAX, over to you there, Don. I did get your email too there about ZJE's equipment there, over.
VK4BAD with the group VK4FAX. Good evening there, Gary, and thanks for running the net. And good evening, Jim and Ian and Merv. Yeah, we've got a trailer load of junk, and there's some good stuff amongst it. And I'm pretty sure that pretty resourceful looking chaps like yourself and Jake could, and maybe even Ian, he could make some use of some of that gear that's there. So I got a, what is it, a 7x5 trailer, and it's absolutely chockers with stuff that we've acquired from different sources over the last few months. And ZJE had a bit of a clean out of his shed and a whole heap of old cavities and stuff like that, and I'm pretty sure that resourceful young fellas could do something with. Anyway, we'll bring them out there on Saturday and can go through them, and whatever's not used, well, we can dispose of it via the recycling system. Yeah, it's been a pretty good day here today. I don't think it got past about 25 or 6 or something. And the breeze was pretty stiff, you know, interfered terribly with my bowls this afternoon. But anyway, we enjoyed our game of bowls. Not a lot else to report. I'll hand it over there to you, Jim. VK4YC with the group VK4FAX.
Yeah, hey, good there, Don. No, that's no good when the weather plays up with the bowls there. Plus to made a few good moves there, and come out on top. That's probably the important thing. Yeah, don't mind that as much as we don't have a lot of time to devote to it with the farm here, but I do enjoy the game just the same. Yeah, the junk there, well, you might call it good junk there. Yeah, it's one of those things, I suppose. Somebody certainly might make use of items you have there for to give away, or whatever the case is. Yeah, but weather-wise, no, been reasonably overcast today. Temperature didn't get up too much this direction, but it looks like there's not too much rain in our forecast there. The way things are going, a little bit further out bush. But otherwise, evening to Ian and Merv there as well. Yeah, that's about it from me for this round. Oh dear there, Ian. How's things happening your way there? VK4IJP, VK4YC.
VK4YC in the group. This is VK4IJP with the bad net. Yeah, Don, just wondering, where best do you play bowls? Going back 5 or 6 years, I used to play a little bit of bowls. I was actually president of the bowls club, so I don't mind a bit of a roll up from time to time, as long as it's not too serious. I just like a little bit of fun. A question for some people. I'm adding some extra elements to my 80-metre dipole. So, you know, like 7 and 14 megs and 21. And currently it just has 3.5 80 metres with it. So just wondering, has people had a lot of interaction? Will it change my current 80 metre setup? Will I have to sort of retrim that and then keep on balancing it as I go? And any idea on how much sort of separation one might need into maybe minimise that. But otherwise, yeah, nice warm day in Boston, a little overcast. Then the sun comes out and it gets a bit warm in the sun, and go and do something somewhere else, and then the sun goes in behind a cloud again. But we were just looking, Sunday, I think we've got a 40-degree forecast. 40 degrees on Sunday, so it's going to be a warm one over the weekend, eh? So, but all good. Anyway, I should say g'day to Gary. Thank you for the net. Don, Jim, and Merv. It's a nice little group here tonight. Anyway, I'll put it over to Merv, VK4EM, VK4IJP in the group.
Okay, thanks Ian. VK4IJP, VK4 Echo Mike on the group. And yeah, I'm finding the repeater's got a bit of a crackle on it there tonight, but it's probably here. I'm just charging up a handheld, and maybe it's that I should turn it off and see if it solves the problem. That'd probably fix it, wouldn't it?
Probably would too.
Anyway, yes, it's one of those handhelds, and it's well, not much good for anything because all it does is eat the battery. The battery only lasts about 8 hours, and then it's flat, whether it's turned on or turned off. So it's very hard on the battery. So I bought the thing some years ago. I just had it lying here, and I thought, I might just charge that up. Anyway, here with your antenna, and your antennas, and yeah, you'll probably have to just retune the 80 metres. There was some theory that I can't remember to start on one of the bands and you tune it there and then put the next one on and tune that, and you know, so on and so on. But yeah, there will be interaction. But you see antennas these days, VHF and UHF Yagis, with the elements all on the same plane. And you know, years ago, if you did that, everyone would be howling and say, that's hopeless, that's not going to work. So how's that going to work when you got UHF and you know, VHF on the same plane? But now I see the antenna manufacturers are all doing it. And I used to do it for tracking the space station, their little handheld, you know, Yagis. But now they're building commercial Yagis the same. And a fair while ago, probably a year or so ago, one of the fellows that was trying to work the satellites, and he said it didn't seem to make any difference whether they're both on the same plane or not. So anyway, all right. And I reckon there's no rain. We're all going to blow away in the dust. And yeah, I think I'm on the tail end here, aren't I, Gary? Anyway, back to you, Gary. VK4 Echo Mike.
Yeah, VK4 Echo Mike, VK4 Golf Bravo Alpha Delta. Before I continue on, is there anyone else want to join the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club, VK4BAD, listening?
VK4GRB.
VK4GRB, good evening there, Jake. Have a go. VK4BAD.
Yeah, thanks, Gary. VK4BAD, VK4GRB in the group. So good evening to yourself, Gary, and everyone on the net tonight. So yeah, the crackling is everywhere, I reckon there, Merv. I'm getting it here in Dalby as well, and I can nearly see the repeater from here if I get the telescope on the roof, which I don't do. So I reckon it's that vertical antenna moving around a bit up there. We've got a little bit of wind here in Dalby, so I reckon with a little bit of movement of that RFI linear vertical antenna up there, Mr. Chapman says when it moves around a bit, this is what we'll hear. But it's, I suppose, the sacrifice we have to make for a bit better gain. So anyway, a folded dipole probably wouldn't move around as much. We never had this issue with them, but they were full of water when they got taken down too. So we'll see how long the coal ferry that's there now lasts. So, which I'll bring a clear version of to the meeting. They're not just a piece of wire inside. There's a bit of specialty in one of those antennas. So anyway, I'll throw it back to you, Gary, and we can see who else is around and go on the next round when you're ready. VK4BAD. This is VK4GRB.
VK4GRB, VK4BAD. No worries there, Jake. And yeah, I'm only hearing very, very slight little bit of, every now and then there's a little click. That's about what I'm hearing. I'm not hearing any anything which I would class as any noise on the band here at the present time. Okay, before I continue on, is there anyone else want to join the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club Wednesday night net? Call in now, please. Okay, nothing else heard at the present time. VK4FAX, Don. Understood on the gear. As they say, one man's junk is another man's treasures. So you never know. With that, we'll see see what's there. Yeah, okay, I didn't jot anything down for Jim, but no worries. I assume Jim is doing okay on his farm. Hi. Ian, yeah, well, I run a fan antenna. I run 160, 80, 40, 20. I don't worry about the rest. I am thinking of putting 15 and 10 on there, but that's short. I'm not really worried about... Oh, what's that doing that for? Hang on. Okay, VK4GRB returning, BAD returning. I'd like to know why that does that. But anyway. Okay, yeah, okay. What was I? Yeah, I run a 40, 160, 80, 40, and 20 on mine. They all run the same plane. They're all on a 45 degree, or yeah, roughly a 45 degree angle on them. And I don't really have. What is it? 20 meters is on a 45. The 40 meters, yeah, well, that would be possibly. I really don't know exactly what they are, but they're blooming. But they're all, yeah, it's inverted V. But they all run underneath each other. Since the 80s, half the size of the 160. And of course the 20 is half the size of the 40. So they all run run under each other. They all run off the same feed point, and my stuff is all galvanized clothesline wire. That's all what my antennas are made of. And but other than that, yeah, I just swapped over radios. I'm now on one of my other radios. The main one was dropping out on me. I've got to have a look and see what's what. There's something happening on down there, and probably a loose connection on one of me blooming earth or power cable. But anyway, I'll look at that one there later on. So I've got I haven't got the desk mic. Haven't got the desk mic running. I'm running a ham mic, of course. Yeah, okay there, Merv, on charging the handheld. As I said, I don't hear any. I just every now and then hear a little, like someone's got electric fence going in the background there, but very, very faintly. There. Okay, before we start the last round, is there anyone else want to join the net? This is VK4BAD for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. Call in now. Okay, nothing else heard. VK4 FAX, back to you there, Don. VK4BAD.
VK4BAD with the group, VK4FAX. Yeah, once again, good evening all, and good evening to you there, Jake. Came after I had my first over. Hope everything's well with you. Yeah, Ian, with the bowling, well, I was very involved with it in my youth. I arrived in the mining town of Moranbah in 1972, and they were looking for people to form a bowling club, and I was a foundation member, membership number 6, and spent 16 and a half years of working for the bowling club there, and ended up a president and a district president and all that, and I did it all while I was all young, and moved to Toowoomba in 88, and played a bit of it in the early years when I was here, but work got in the way, so I've only just really got back into it. Played in a few of those past president carnivals over the year, But anyway, I just got back into it in the last sort of 6 or 8 months. So yeah, I'm pretty well known as around central Queensland, but probably not so well known around here. Amongst all that gear, Gary, there's and Jake, there's some interesting stuff there. So I think you'll be quite surprised as to what's actually there, and bits and pieces. And you're welcome to take whatever you need. It's just become a bit of a burden. We've had it sitting around for probably nearly 12 months now, and if it can be used for something or other, it may as well be utilised and turned into something that's is useful. Anyway, not much else to report, and I'll hand it over to you again, Jim, and hope everything's going well on the farm. We've got green grass here again after all that dry weather, and I'm assuming you're the same, VK4YC, VK4FAX.
Yeah, good there, Don. No, it certainly is drying out with the temperature's been up there fairly well. But watering the trees fairly regularly to keep the moisture up to them, because they're probably 3/4 of the way through their growing stage at the moment. So yeah, we do water those from bores, but nothing like having some rain to supplement that. You just can't water everything that the rain can give you. So, but that's what we need to do to keep things moving along there. But yeah, certainly fairly busy here, Don. Okay, I'm Warren Bar there too with the bowls. Going back a few years. My son's actually working in Warren Bar, fly in, fly out too. I spoke to him this afternoon. He's got about another week to go, I think, Friday, before he comes back to Toowoomba. That's all good. What else do I have written down here anyway? On antennas too, something to experiment with, I guess. Well, there is, what do you call it? Your tuning equipment and all that sort of thing. A lot of experimenting, I guess. Okay, the battery too. Sounds like it might be on the way out. Replacement job. And evening to Jake there too. A little bit of noise there, Jake. I heard before. A little bit of crackling there, but not too concerning. Gary, thanks for running the net there tonight too. And good to catch up with everyone. On to you there, Ian. VK4IJP, VK4YC.
Fine, Jim. Yeah, actually, betrayal a load of stuff. Interesting. Trail load. I sold a trailer load it was over 800 kilos of assorted voltage power packs and cables and Ethernet cables. And that, our local junk guy up here will buy e-waste. So, which is just up the road from me, so that worked out alright. But I did keep a number of power packs and that for myself, because 5-volt power packs these days are extremely handy. Then there's a variety between 7 and 9 volts and 12 volts and a couple of 19 volters. And I think a couple of 24 volters as well. Didn't throw them away or sell them because all very handy voltages. And they're quite good currents. The 12 volt power packs, they're like 4 amp constant supply. So, which is fairly sort of good for running little things around the place. I think it's Don with the battery. What voltage battery is it, Don? I think it was Don. I've got a number of batteries here of some different voltages. Obviously, it won't fit in the same package. But if you just want a battery and you empty the old package out and cut it out, maybe make this one fit, but it won't be as tidy. But that's what I've done. I've got a number of 3.7 volt batteries and also a couple of other voltages which I'd have to have a look at. All lithium, whatever. So if something like that, if you want to change the battery, but yeah, it'll be obviously a little bit different. The aerial. There's an aerial causing the clicking. Yeah, I do hear the clicking. It's a funny sort of a clicking. I thought that if an aerial was waving around, you would hear waviness, not clicking. So quite interesting, the clicking noise. The only thing I've ever noticed on this repeater is during the day there's still, I think, a little bit of interference coming through from the solar charger or something like that, the solar controller. But I mean, little problems really compared to the way how the repeater performed some time ago. Anyway, over to you then, VK4BAD. Oh, just before I go, I've just there. I've got to string the elements out, so I've put them all on. They're all hanging down vertically. I had to go and get some nylon rope so I can string them out. So it'll be interesting to see how I go in the next day or two tuning these things. But yeah, I just thought I'd ask to see how much interference I would get from one or the other. VK4EM and the group VK4IJP.
VK4IJP and the group VK4 Echo Mike. I think once you tune them, Ian, they don't interact with each other. But you're talking about interference interaction. But no, I've only ever had one here, and it was just an experiment. I never ever left it up. But it worked fine. But you have lots of birds here, and the birds seem to get them all tangled around each other and look like a mess after a while. Looked good when I first did it, but after a while, the elements are all wrapped around each other. So anyway, it was only an experiment. With the handheld, thanks for the information. I bought one of those shells. Most of the handhelds, the Chinese handhelds, you can buy what's called a shell. and it takes the rechargeable batteries, or 5 I think it is, rechargeable batteries, and it just makes the handheld a bit thicker, and just it clips on the back where the battery was. So it's neat and tidy and all that, and the shell's only about $5 or $10 or something. Anyway, I bought that and got the batteries and bought the charger and all that. Charged the batteries, put them in there. They only last the same time. So it's not the batteries, it's the handy dandy itself. It's a Chinese one, and not that I got anything against that. And it was called a Watson, and it was a lot dearer than all the other Chinese ones. And I've had it for many years, and I don't use it because the battery won't last. All right, I thought I might just put it onto UHFCB and have a listen there, but I don't hear anything. Anyway, I only just turned it on and it's still not charged yet. All right, very good evening to you, Jake. Good to hear you. The crackle that I'm hearing is just like a bad joint on a connector or something like that, and it's moving backwards and forwards, crackly, 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 and that sort of stuff. It's not annoying or anything, but it's just, I thought, oh, well, maybe it's the battery charger here causing it, but apparently not. It's windy here also. Thanks for running the net tonight, Gary. Good to hear you all on, and I'll clear out of here. VK4GRB with the group. Good evening, everyone. We'll catch you soon. VK4GRB. Cheers.
Yeah, thanks, Merv. VK4 Echo Mike, VK4JRA returning to the group. So, yeah, I'll have to make this my last over, guys. So I'm thinking this may be the last round anyway there, Gary. So, yeah, I've been summoned to the dinner table, so I'll keep it short and sweet. So, yeah, there may be a loose connector somewhere, or I might just, I'm not sure what it is. So it seems to be fairly constant here, although I'm going to be moving soon into a house of my own, so that's going to warrant a new mast and a new antenna and new coax and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. So I'll keep you all posted on that. It's early stages, but yeah, it's good. So all right, good talking to everyone, and yeah, for those of you who are coming to the meeting on Saturday, I will see you all then. So everyone's welcome as always, and you can find all the details on the website, as I'm sure you're all aware. So, alright, I'll say 73s, and yeah, thanks for running the net, Gary, and yeah, it was great talking to everyone and hearing what everyone had to say tonight. So, I'll throw it back to you, Gary, and I'll disappear and go and get some tucker and go to bed, Nelly. VK4BAD, VK4JRA.
Yeah, VK4GRB, VK4BAD. Yeah, I actually hear the interference more on this mobile rig than I did on the base station. Yeah, so I've got a bit more noise rejection on the on the main rig. Okay there. Yeah, the 11th of February, 9:30 arrival for the meeting to start at 10 o'clock. There, not a problem at all. That's at the MYCNC building at Dalby. And that's this Saturday. So, as we're all aware of, yeah, I put a piece on the community Dalby community notice board there this morning, with all the details there about our meeting, and done the same with chinchillas and Jandowies. I popped it on their boards as well, just to give them a bit of, if anyone wants to take a trip up there, they know where to go. I've had a couple of people in Derby show their interest, and so we never know, we might find a couple of extras come in, which will be good. But anyway, with that lot there, before we close the net off, I'd like to thank everybody. Is there anyone else want to come in and say hello, goodbye before I close the net off? This is VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club.
Yeah, VK4 Charlie Sierra Sierra, just checking in and saying good evening to everyone, and 73s.
VK4 Charlie Sierra Sierra. Can I have a name and location, thank you, for the log?
Yeah, name is Cam, Charlie Alpha Mike, and location is Kuya.
Okay, Kuya. No worries there, Cam. And where's Kuya? I got to get around a bit more. VK4BAD.
Yeah, VK4BAD, VK4 Charlie Sierra Sierra. It's about 35 kilometres north of Crow's Nest.
Oh, okay, I know where Crow's Nest is. No worries at all there, Cam. Oh, good evening. We hold this net every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. So you're welcome to come up. If you're roaming around the Dalby area on Saturday, we've got a club meeting on Saturday at the MYCNC Hall opposite Freedom Service Station, opposite the school, and diagonally opposite Small Engine Works or some small engine place there. We'll be there from about 9:30 in the morning on this Saturday morning. So if you're roaming around Dalby area, you feel welcome to come in there. Over.
Yeah, copy that. Unfortunately, I'll be in Canberra, so I definitely won't make the meeting. But probably will make future meetings. I'm only new to amateur radio, so this is the first time I've actually got on 2 metres for a quick yarn. But yeah, I'll definitely make the effort to come out to a meeting in the future. Back to you.
No worries at all. Well, nice to make the acquaintance there, Cam. And okay, you'll be disappearing off to Canberra. Yeah, okay, no problems. Okay, but anyway, and you're only new to the air or new to the area there, over?
Only new to the air, so only got my foundation licence about a week ago. Back to you.
Oh, well, congratulations and welcome to the amateur bands. And you've probably been having some fun already. What kind of rigs you got? Just 2 meters 70, or do you have HF as well there, over?
I got myself a HF rig, a Yaesu FT710. Been making a few contacts on that over the last week. And a 2 metre 70 centimetre, which is a Yaesu FT5D handheld. And I've just got that hooked up to a 8-element Yagi on the roof, pointed straight at the Bunya Mountains. Over.
No worries there, Cam. Well, anyway, what I'll do is I'll close the net off, and if any of the other guys want to come in and say hello to you, no, they probably will. But no worries. But feel free to, as I said, we're here every Wednesday night, start at 7:30 p.m, 19:30 hours, every Wednesday night. This is VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. I'll now change my call to my home call of VK4 Golf Romeo Bravo, Gary in Fairyland. And I'll now leave the frequency open for general traffic. If anyone else wants to have a bit of a yatter to Cam, go for it. VK4GRB, Gary in Fairyland. I'll say 7-3 and I'll listen in for a little bit. G'day. You've just been listening to the Bunya Mounds and District Amateur Radio Club's Wednesday Night Net. You're on Dippy TV, and if you like what you hear, please subscribe, put a like in, and even add a comment if you require. Until the next time, we'll catch you all later on. You're watching Dippy TV. Until then, bye for now.